I'm standing in front of a green screen today because today I'm gonna be giving you 5 tips on how to light a green screen properly if you're a beginner and you've never done it before. Of course, the lighting for your green screen is ultimately going to need to be determined by what kind of scene or scenario you're going to be editing your subject into. But today I'm just gonna be showing you some basic tips for how to set up a green screen for just about any basic scenario. The first tip is one that I usually have a hard time following myself, which is set up the green screen and make sure to get as many of the wrinkles out as you possibly can. Now, as you can see with this green screen I have here, it's pretty wrinkly. I could use a steamer or something like that to try to get the wrinkles out, but oftentimes when we're on set and we're setting these things up, it takes too much time to do that. And so I rarely do. I shoot with a lot of wrinkly green screens, and I'm here to tell you that if you do light it properly, you can still effectively get a key on your green screen. It's not gonna be as great as if it was completely smooth and wrinkle free, but it will totally be usable, and I'll show you how. So to light the screen itself properly, you're going to want to light it with 2 separate soft lighting sources that you use in an X-like pattern. If you're able to cross 2 lights as opposed to using just 1 light to light your screen, it's going to eliminate hotspots on the green screen, which can be one of the most difficult things to deal with in post. The next tip is maybe one of the most important, and that is to position your subject as far as you can away from the green screen. So you want your subject to be close enough to the screen that they can still be covered by the entire screen, but you want them far enough away that the light from the green screen isn't gonna bounce back off onto your subject. We call that spill in the lighting community, and whenever you have green spill on your subject, it makes it extremely difficult to cut them out of the background, and that's what causes those little frayed edges or those little green edges on people's skin when you see that on green screens. The best way to limit that, like I said, is to keep your subject as far away from the green screen as possible. Okay, and the next tip is gonna also help a little bit with the spill of the green, and that is to add a backlight into the scene. You can see that I have my backlight set up right here. A backlight is just a light that strikes your subject from behind, and it helps edge them out of the frame and edge them out from behind the green screen. By doing this, you're also limiting the amount of spill that is coming off onto your subject because you're blasting them with a brighter light than the light that's coming from the green screen. And so you're overpowering that light. And by doing that, you're ensuring that your subject will look a little more sharper in the frame and that they'll be able to be edged or cut out of the background a little easier than if you hadn't added the backlight. And the last little piece of this puzzle is to add a key light that doesn't spill everywhere. You want your key light to be directional when you're shooting green screen, because if you have a big soft source like we normally do in lighting to make, flattering skin tones and stuff like that, then it's gonna spill light all over the scene and you're gonna have shadows all over your green screen. You can see that I set up my key light with what's called an egg crate. That allows you to still have soft light that's striking your subject, but it also allows you to control the direction of that light so that the light isn't spilling all over the scene and causing a bunch of shadows to be all over your green screen, which will make it more difficult to key out your green screen. All right, that's my quick video on 5 tips of how to light a green screen if you've never done it before. Please, if you have any questions about how to light a green screen or if there's anything that's confusing to you still, feel free to leave your questions in the comments and I'm down to help out. So also, if you have any other videos that you'd like to see me make, please feel free to leave that in the comments as well, and I'll try to make a video about it.